Forget the postcards and the tourist traps. This ain't about camel rides and cheap trinkets. This is Cairo, a city that slams into your senses like a shot of bad coffee, strong, bitter, and absolutely necessary. We're diving deep into the veins of this ancient metropolis, a place where history isn't just buried in the sand, it's alive, breathing down your neck in the crowded markets and echoing through the mosques. We're talking pyramids, bazaars, mosques that'll make your jaw drop faster than a plate of kashari in a Cairo alleyway. So buckle up, kids, because we're about to get lost in the heart and soul of Egypt. Let's get one thing straight. Pictures don't do this justice, not a damn one. Standing at the foot of these behemoths, it's like the ground itself is whispering secrets, stories of pharaohs and gods, slaves and empires. These stones, they've seen it all. The rise and fall of dynasties, the march of armies, the birth of civilization itself. You can practically smell the ambition, the sweat, the sheer audacity it took to build these bad boys. And the silence, it's deafening, man. It's the kind of silence that makes you feel insignificant, a blip on the radar of time. But in a good way, it makes you realize that there's something bigger than all of us, something ancient and powerful. Walk through the passageways, feel the weight of those stones above you, and try to imagine the lives lived and lost in their shadow. It's a humbling experience, no doubt about it. And yeah, it's touristy, but who cares? This is bucket list stuff, folks. You're standing in the presence of greatness, and that's something worth feeling. This ain't your grandma's museum, folks. This is a goddamn treasure trove, a time capsule packed with enough gold, jewels, and ancient artifacts to make Indiana Jones drool. We're talking King Tut's burial mask, sarcophagi weighing more than a tank, hieroglyphics that'll make your head spin. It's a sensory overload, a crash course in Egyptian history and artistry that'll leave you breathless. You could wander these halls for days, getting lost in the stories etched into every statue and scroll. See the mummies perfectly preserved, a glimpse into the afterlife that obsessed the ancient Egyptians. Gaze upon the intricate jewelry, the delicate carvings, the sheer craftsmanship that went into each piece. It's a reminder that these weren't just some primitive people, they were masters of their craft, innovators who left their mark on the world in ways we're still just beginning to understand. So, take your time, soak it all in, and let the ghosts of pharaohs whisper their secrets in your ear. Hold on to your wallets, kids, because we're diving headfirst into the chaos that is Khan el-Khalili, Cairo's beating heart of commerce. This ain't your sterile shopping mall. This is a labyrinth of narrow alleyways, overflowing with spices, fabrics, and the scent of 1,000 shisha pipes. It's a sensory assault, a symphony of bartering laughter and the occasional bleeding goat. Get lost in the maze of stalls, haggle for souvenirs you didn't know you needed, and sip on some sweet mint tea while watching the world go by. This is where Cairo comes alive, where the ancient and modern collide in a riot of color and sound. But it's not just about the shopping, folks. It's about the experience. It's about rubbing shoulders with locals, sharing a laugh over a cup of strong coffee, and getting a taste of life as it's been lived here for centuries. Soak up the atmosphere, embrace the chaos, and let the energy of this ancient marketplace wash over you. Even in the heart of this bustling metropolis, there's an oasis of peace waiting to be discovered. Step inside the Al-Azhar Mosque, and you'll feel the world outside melt away. The air here is thick with incense and the murmur of prayers, a sense of tranquility that's both humbling and awe-inspiring. Marvel at the intricate architecture, the soaring minarets, the courtyard bathed in the soft glow of sunlight filtering through the arches. This is a place of contemplation, of reflection, a reminder that there's more to life than the hustle and bustle of the city outside. Take off your shoes, wander through the cool, quiet halls, and let the peace of this sacred space wash over you. It's a reminder that even in the midst of chaos, there's always a place to find solace and connect with something larger than yourself. Want a view that'll knock your socks off? Then climb aboard the Cairo Tower, a concrete needle piercing the sky and offering unparalleled panoramas of this sprawling metropolis. From up here, the city stretches out before you like a living, breathing map. You can see the Nile snaking its way through the urban jungle, the pyramids standing sentinel on the horizon, the chaotic sprawl of streets and buildings stretching as far as the eye can see. It's a reminder of just how vast and ancient this city truly is. A place where history and modernity collide in a dizzying spectacle. Take a deep breath, feel the wind in your hair, and let the sheer scale of Cairo sink in. it's a sight you won't soon forget. Tucked away in the heart of Old Cairo, the Hanging Church is a testament to Egypt's rich and diverse religious history. Built atop an ancient Roman fortress, this Coptic church seems to defy gravity, its nave suspended above the ground, hence the name. Step inside, and you'll be transported back in time. The air is thick with incense, the walls adorned with intricate icons and biblical scenes, the soft glow of candles illuminating the faces of worshippers lost in prayer. It's a place of quiet beauty and profound faith, a reminder that Egypt's story is woven from many threads. Take a moment to appreciate the serenity of this ancient place of worship and reflect on the enduring power of faith that has sustained generations. Perched atop a hill overlooking the city, the Salah el-Din Citadel is a fortress with a story to tell. Built by the legendary Saladin to defend against crusaders, this imposing structure has witnessed centuries of history unfold beneath its walls. Wander through its courtyards, explore its mosques and museums, and imagine the clash of swords and the thunder of hooves as armies battled for control of this strategic stronghold. The views from the ramparts are nothing short of breathtaking, offering a panoramic perspective on the city below. Take your time, soak up the atmosphere, and let the echoes of the past transport you back to a time of emperors and empires. Long before the arrival of Islam, Egypt was a cradle of Christianity, and the Coptic Museum stands as a testament to this rich heritage. Home to a vast collection of Coptic art, artifacts, and manuscripts, this museum offers a fascinating glimpse into a lesser-known chapter of Egyptian history. Marvel at the intricate carvings, the vibrant frescoes, the ancient texts that have survived for centuries. These are the treasures of a community that has endured persecution and prejudice, yet emerged with its faith and traditions intact. Take your time, explore the exhibits, and gain a deeper understanding of the Coptic community and its enduring legacy in Egypt. Need a break from the hustle and bustle of Old Cairo? Then hop on a felucca and head to Zamalek, an island neighborhood in the Nile that's a world away from the city's chaos. Here you'll find tree-lined avenues, chic boutiques, art galleries, and sidewalk cafes perfect for sipping strong coffee and watching the world go by. It's a haven for artists, intellectuals, and expats, a place to unwind, recharge, and experience a different side of Cairo. Stroll along the Nile Corniche, browse the shops, or simply relax in one of the many parks and gardens. Zamalek is a reminder that Cairo is a city of contrasts, a place where ancient history coexists with modern life in a vibrant tapestry. This ain't your typical tourist destination, folks. This is the City of the Dead, a sprawling necropolis that's home to both the living and the deceased. For centuries, Cairo's residents have been burying their dead here, creating a city within a city, a place where tombs rub shoulders with homes, shops, and even schools. It's a surreal and somewhat unsettling experience, wandering through streets lined with mausoleums, seeing children playing among the graves, and witnessing firsthand how life and death intertwine in this unique corner of Cairo. It's a reminder that death is an integral part of life, a constant companion that's both feared and revered. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's an experience that will stay with you long after you leave. So there you have it, kids. A taste of Cairo, raw, unfiltered, and unforgettable. This city, it gets under your skin, stays with you long after you've left its dusty streets behind. It's a place of contrasts, of chaos and beauty, of ancient history and modern life colliding in a way that's both exhilarating and exhausting. You'll leave with your senses overloaded, your head spinning, and your heart forever touched by the spirit of this ancient city. Just remember, Cairo ain't for the faint of heart. It's a city that demands to be experienced on its own terms, a place that will challenge your perceptions and leave you forever changed.